WWE fans were aware that tonight's episode of Raw was going to be a must-watch show because of Rhea Ripley's first promo after her return. Rhea Ripley made her return last week and almost beat up Liv Morgan. Tonight, she opened an episode of Raw, and the episode exceeded all expectations of fans. So, as announced, the Nightmare opened tonight's episode of Raw and pointed out how she's finally home, and it's been 3 months since she's been inside the ring thanks to Liv Morgan's attack. Rhea Ripley then demanded that Liv Morgan come down to the ring so she can rip her apart. Instead, Dominik Mysterio came out and started apologizing to Mami. The duo couldn't converse for long as Liv Morgan interrupted them from the Titantron. She reminded Rhea Ripley that she wanted to take everything from her, and while starting to take Dominik from her, she caught feelings for Dom Dom. Liv then said that she's finally on top. Dominik kept telling Rhea Ripley that it's not what it looks like. Rhea Ripley makes it clear to Liv Morgan that when she gets into the ring with her, the Liv Morgan revenge tour is finished. She then challenged Liv Morgan to a women's world title match at SummerSlam 2024, the biggest party of the summer. Liv Morgan, with a stern look on her face, accepted Rhea Ripley's challenge, and the match is finally on for SummerSlam 2024. Shortly after, backstage, Dominik chased after Rhea Ripley and begged for her forgiveness. He gave her black roses, a vase of black roses that Rhea Ripley ended up throwing back at him. A hard-hitting match between Bronson Reed and Sheamus ended with Sheamus delivering a jumping knee for the win. Interestingly, Sheamus has new entrance music now. Backstage, Rhea Ripley tore apart Dominik Mysterio verbally and asked him why he didn't reach out to her while she was injured for 3 months. She then left Dominik Mysterio alone. Zelina Vega and Sonya Deville competed in singles competition tonight. Sonya Deville has now her own faction with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. It didn't take long for Sonya Deville to pick up a win over Zelina Vega. She also ended up injuring Zelina Vega. Damian Priest and Gunther are all set for a match, for a World Heavyweight Championship match at the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. The two WWE superstars had a heated exchange of words on tonight's episode of Raw. Gunther said that Damian Priest has brought no prestige or given no contributions as world title holder, then asked Damian Priest to simply hand him his title. Priest said that while Gunther had everything handed to him in Europe, he was fighting for his life on the street. Damian Priest then took on Braun Strowman in a singles match. Priest picked up a big win over the monster of all monsters. After the match, Gunther came out and landed chops on Damian Priest. Damian Priest somehow managed to hold his own and Gunther left the ring. Then we had Adam Pearce making an offer to Drew McIntyre in the middle of the ring. Adam Pearce with was two WWE referees and Drew McIntyre wasn't happy one bit. The Raw general manager told McIntyre he wants to get straight to the point. He said that he thinks Drew McIntyre is something special and a match between him and CM Punk would be special. He then said that Punk is at home trying to get medically cleared. He asked Drew McIntyre how bad he wants a match against Punk, and McIntyre told that he wants it more than anything in the world. The Raw GM then told McIntyre to leave the pettiness and his irrational behavior behind and they could talk about a match. McIntyre asked Adam Pearce to make the match between him and CM Punk official for SummerSlam, and Pearce responded by bringing two referees to the ring and asked Drew McIntyre to apologize to them for what he did to them at Money in the Bank. Drew McIntyre declined to do so and asked why he would apologize after all the referees have done in screw him over. An irate Pearce then informed Drew McIntyre that he is still suspended. This left Drew McIntyre enraged. He clocked both of the WWE referees and then got into Adam Pearce's face. Seth Rollins came out, running down to the ring. A brawl kicked off between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, and WWE security had to come out to separate the two. We then had a video, a VHS tape, another VHS tape of a Wyatt Sicks member. This time it was Erick Rowan, former Wyatt family member. This emotional interview saw Erick Rowan saying he used to have a family that was unstoppable and inseparable, and then the whole world changed one day. He lost Brody Lee, and then he lost another brother, Bray Wyatt. He fell down a well he didn't want to get out of. And in the end, he held up his sheep mask from his Wyatt family days and said it reminds him of a beacon of hope before he promises that the Wyatt Sicks are going to take some broken hearts in this beautiful world. A huge singles match followed, which was between Dominik Mysterio and Jey Uso. The final moments of the match saw Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley both interrupt the match, and in the end, Jey Uso hit a spear and an Uso splash for a win over Dominik Mysterio. But good news was waiting for Dominik Mysterio backstage. Rhea Ripley told Dominik that she doesn't belong to him, but he belongs to her. He then hands him a black rose and walks off. Shortly after, Bo Dallas came out and was attacked by the Creed brothers on the entrance ramp. Chad Gable and Creed brothers began attacking Bo Dallas in the ring but were interrupted by the Wyatt Sicks music. Sister Abigail, Mercy the Buzzard, Rambling Rabbit, and Huskus the Pig Boy all came out. Chad Gable and the Creeds retreated. Bo Dallas got up out of the corner and fell to his knees as the rest of the Wyatt Sicks surrounded him. And finally, it was time for the main event of the night, Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov for the Intercontinental Championship. In the end of the match, Braun Breaker appeared and delivered a spear to Dragunov, causing the disqualification. Braun Breaker then attacked Sami Zayn and stood tall over him as the show went off the air. So this was tonight's episode of WWE RAW. A lot happened tonight's episode of RAW, and Rhea Ripley made it clear that Dom was still hers. Also, a huge feud between Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. It is still going on, and a match at SummerSlam 2024 is imminent for the championship. The highlight of the night was obviously Erick Rowan's emotional vignette promo in which he remembered Bray Wyatt and Brody Lee. For those unaware, Bray Wyatt, Brody Lee, and Erick Rowan formed the Wyatt family more than a decade ago. They debuted at SummerSlam 2013 where Wyatt defeated Kane. Brody Lee passed away in late 2020 while Bray Wyatt passed away in his sleep last year in August. As for Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, the Nightmare would want nothing but to destroy Liv Morgan permanently at the biggest party of the summer this year. I am predicting that Dominik Mysterio will get involved in this match in some capacity and somehow accidentally help Liv Morgan defeat Rhea Ripley. That way, the feud will continue for months on end.